Okay. Let's see if we're actually working this time. So it looks like it may be working. Okay. Yeah, it's working now. So let's go ahead and get to the beef of this. We're doing testing this morning because I'm gonna do more of these, and I needed to make sure everything worked. And apparently my encoder was fucking too high. Oh god, I'm a fucking boomer. I swear to God. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into what I wanted to get into, which is just talking a little bit about some internet bullshit here. I know, I've been screwing this up all morning. I swear to God, I'm gonna get it right. All right. This is why the stream was delayed until this morning. Let's go ahead and get the situation up on screen. Let's talk about some stuff here. So let's do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the situation from Nexus Mod because we've got a lot of mod stuff to talk about. I'll save the fun stuff for later, but let's get into the mod conversation first. So, non-nude trials of mana mod expunged from Nexus mods for sexualizing a minor. Interesting. Let's see what we got here. Nexus Mods has kowtowed to modern day politics as video game modding site has expunged a Trials of Mana mod, one that removed a little bit of clothing and didn't make the character nude, and claimed it sexualized a minor. The mod page apparently contained a few things for users to toy around with, and a screenshot indicated that the page was hidden from other users due to it violating the terms of service. Okay, so how is it a minor? Oh, they're doing the lolly coded thing. So if you haven't been up on your conversations on the internet lately, they've been doing this thing where they like to say that these characters are lollies. These are grown women, but they're minor coded, basically meaning that they look like a child. And it's like, sir, I don't know, but I have never seen at a preschool or an elementary school a woman who looks like she's paying a mortgage or at least dancing at a fucking strip club. I'm sorry to tell you that, right? But here we are. We're dealing with weird shit, and that's what we are. It's Twitter people and Twitter politics bringing their shit in. But that's whatever, right? So let's go ahead and see here. The mod page apparently contains a few things. Okay, well we already read that. Let's keep going here. The message noted that the mod violated the rule regarding sexualization of minors, and the only character in the game above the age of 18 is Angla. The mod for Riz. I'm not gonna try to read that. Said to be 16 according to the Japanese Wikipedia page, as the character ages don't seem to be listed in game, was considered the problematic one. I hate this language. Despite it only removing a belt and some frills and adding a tattoo. Oh, we've done the whole weeb thing of let's add a womb tattoo. Ooh woo. I swear I hate this so very much. Cuteness equals minor equals pedo. Yes, that is the magic trick to this. God, I hate these people. So if you look closely, that's what they turned it into, right? And this is the original model. So how far away? Okay, this is a minor thing. if the character model already looked like this, and all you got rid of was a belt, some frills, and added like the whole like womb tattoo meme that every VTuber that I've ever seen uses, at what point is this a problem? I swear to God, these people are special. A conversation with some of the moderation staff of Nexus Mods via Discord revealed that the platform is attempting to adhere to the UK, it's always the Anglos, the UK law guidelines, even though the characters are fictional. With one mentally unstable moderator, I love this site for saying that, predictably saying fictional underage girls, and real girls as one and the same. How much you want to bet that he's doing the thing where oh my God, these are real women? You've got to give them agency? Sir, if I stop drawing her, she doesn't exist. Seek help. Seek help. Let's read this. Sorry, but removing is stupid. Fictional character equals terms of doesn't equal terms of service is terms of service. Wait, hold on. Was that even included in the outfit? You can refer to this about it. Completely doesn't fit the criteria. She looks nothing like that. She looks like nothing because she's a fictional character. Oh, these passive aggressive little shits. Just adding a smirking emoji. If you can't see it, I'm just telling you what's behind my lovely head here. It's just a stupid smirking emoji. This is why I don't take these people seriously. I guess you just have to host it somewhere else. Seriously, though, what was included that got it flagged? Just want to double check. The bottom line is that aside from Angela, who is 19, the other characters are under 18. So skimpy, sexy mods of them falls under sexualizing a minor. If they are seen on mexes, they'll be removed as it violates the TOS. It's not an attack on people's creativity, and I do understand that some cultures' ageist consent is different, but we're following U.S. guidelines, and these stupid emojis. UK, but still. See, and that's why you can't take these people seriously. Because if this is allowed, but all you did was change to this, yeah, I'm really questioning people. I'm not going to read through all of those, but my God, these are special individuals. I love them. I love them so very much. And while I'm here, I guess I get to roll back to something I wanted to. We were supposed to talk about on Boss Syndrome podcast. Well, not Boss Syndrome podcast. But Real Negro Hours. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a little. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're over here looking for. And Chit Chat Cat, I have your article queued up for this for later. So I'm gonna get in that right after this part. So this is not to say that there's not a problem with moderation as far as like mods and things like that. But it is saying that if you're going to mod, don't be an idiot. And don't try to push your personal problems and your foibles on other people, because it just doesn't work. So I asked the question, why is Nexus Mods doing this? Well, Nexus Mods, I'm going to be honest, has kind of been bought and paid for. If you haven't noticed, they've been pushing a lot of their own ideas about things lately. The first one being, man forgot his own podcast. Listen, don't chastise me right now. It's early. Listen, I'm finishing my cup of coffee right now. Caffeinated and starting the day. And I need hold on a second. I need a little, my cancer here. Okay. Okay, so give me shit, chat. All right, so here is the kind of the breakdown of a couple of things. So there's been a couple of breakdowns as far as Nexus mods. You've had issues with Resident Evil 4 Remake. So the Ashley mods got tossed. So a lot of people went in and tried to readjust Ashley in Resident Evil 4 Remake. Now, not only did Nexus Mods capitulate to a certain company, let's just say Capcom and their bullshit, right? They capitulated to Capcom very easily on this, and that was kind of the first thing that went wrong. And we saw the writing on the wall. So the second thing that went wrong would be, I don't know, Actually, no, it was the Spider-Man thing. So Spider-Man, Miles Morales had a certain flag hanging in a background, and some modders came in and took it out and replaced it with the American flag. And what happened next? You want to gather a thought here on what happened next? Yeah, Nexus Mod said, "Oh, we can't be having that now, boyo. We gotta fix that. We gotta remove that stupid mod." So they yeeted the mod off the site, and this would be where we get into current day. Well, they've yeeted the mods for Starfield. Now, some of those mods are pretty funny. Where they've they removed a lot of the what do you want to call that? The diversity. They've cut some of the diversity down, so all you see is Asian men and and white people. uh, I mean, come on, let's be honest here, because there are some big. I've seen some interesting faces, and I gotta be honest with you. I think that somebody needs to come in and fix it anyway, because yeah, dude, there are some fucking heads in that game. Like I don't think that I've ever seen mutants of this nature, because some of those faces in Starfield look look pretty fucking horrendous. They look like EDP 445, right? And they're just wandering down the lane, and I have to start asking questions like, why do you look like a fucking human thumb? Why do you look like the inside of a chicken's asshole? There we go. Now I've got the image. Yeah, let me grab that image. Let me put that up on screen for you guys so you guys can enjoy this. Hold on one second. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want you to see this. Yeah, there we go. Do you see the winners in this lineup? This looks like a fucking Kafka-esque fever dream mixed with Fat Albert. Have you seen this? These are faces only a mother would try to bury in a field. Okay, and this is supposed to be high-end work. Just look at them. You look at them, Chad. You tell me what you think about these. These are high-end faces. These are beautiful, beautiful faces. I especially like the one to the far right there. My man's got some type of hydrocephalus thing going on, and he's got this weird ponytail. This is black people in the future, y'all. I'm just saying. This is our Star Trek future. But no, this is the level of bullshittery that we have to deal with, and these are the faces that we have to deal with. And I asked myself the question, what the whole fuck is this? Who is this for, and why is this here? But, hey, whenever it's down to fixing a controversy, of course, you could expect Nexus Mod to be the best people possible. So, I'd love to go ahead and bring up a certain individual, one of my favorite individuals. Let me go have, let me see here. Now, I was told by a certain YouTuber, uh, I was really, really told by a certain YouTuber that they wouldn't do this. They would never do this, and you just got to know that they would never do this. I just wanted to basically break that out because he said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna get it up on screen. I just want to go ahead and grab it real quick. There we go. Now I've got it. Diversity is showing in full autistic spectrum. Yeah, it's a spectrum, all right. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Give me 2 seconds. Oh yeah, yeah. There we go. This man, this charlatan, this act man has told me that this is false. They don't do that. You see, they would never do that. They would never do. Oh, and they got community noted. uh, they would never do it. Listen, guys, we are winning. Oh, let me look at this. They have made an official announcement that they will stand against transphobia, bigotry, and their platform has no room for hate. Any mods that promote this will be removed. We are winning. Starfield is groundbreaking in so many ways, socially, culturally, and economically. What the fuck does that even mean? Sorry, I was so excited to post this, I forgot the meat of it. They will not be supporting any mods that remove pronouns. uh, 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 we're winning this, guys. We're winning. Oh yes. But no. So he basically, I love that this is the Act Man gets community noted, and then he comes back later and goes, "These are lies. These are wholesale lies. They would never." The Nexus mod told me. Really? Did they? That's interesting. They certainly don't call you the fact man. Oh, goddamn. Liddy Lefty is one of my favorite. Uh, here's the quartering here, quarter pounder. For totally not a big deal, this seems like a big deal. Is this your way to gaslight me into thinking I'm being unreasonable for caring about this when you just care just if not as much more than I do? Oh, this dude, oh my god, this fucking guy, I swear to god. Economically, this in this economy must be Bidenomics. Just trust the plan, guys. If you just listen, if we just take all of your money and shred it up into a fucking wood chipper, and you just live on the streets. Hey man, just do it. Just do it. Yeah, here we go. This is the situation that happened from Spider-Man, if you haven't noticed. Pretty much all of these articles, I'm not going to touch any of them because they're all cancer. Polygon, Engadget, Kotaku, GamingBusiness.biz. I'm sorry, but they've clearly done that once. Nothing is stopping them from doing it again. And this is the article about the whole thing. That's what got me. The implication that they will not hesitate to enforce their personal views upon others. So Nexus would definitely get rid of anything that goes against their worldview. Well, of course. Why wouldn't they? Because the idea of them being able to, we got to get rid of this, guys, because, we don't want to offend anyone. I can understand one of the ones that I brought up. I can understand. When Capcom tells you don't do something, I get that. One of those I will allow. When the actual games developers come back here, that says more about Capcom than it does about Nexus mods. However, when it comes down to Nexus mods being bitch, I don't know, man. I mean, out of the 4 examples, I'd say pretty much a solid 3 out of 4. Sorry how that works, right? So we got this going on. Let's keep going. So you've got community noted. Here, that's an interesting face. I haven't seen. Is that an old friend? Lord Nurgle. Interesting. Now you're going to address the fact that you took this clip from Hogwarts Legacy out of context and actually looking at it from what he was saying rather than act like it was only about pronouns. I'm not a fan of his, but I don't. Oh no, Nurgle! I need to see this. What did you say? BS for clicks about him either. Ooh. He gets a like. We're doing likes in real time. Oh god, there we go. If we suspect bigotry, then it'll be banned, period. Yeah, that's my point. So you're looking at some pretty funny shit happen from Nexus mods, and that's why I said sometimes you gotta not trust these people. But you know what? Since we got into it and the Act Man was touched, let's go ahead and go into Chit Chat Cat's article. Because our good friend of the channel, Chit Chat Cat, has dropped us something fun. So it's just pronouns, bro. Unpacking the Starfield pronoun controversy started by one tame rant. And you can see over here that you've got our good boy Hassan Hanabi. Looking just he looks fantastic. He looks like the type of guy that, Those Mexicans didn't just take a couple of bills from him; they took a couple of strokes out of him. If you catch my drift. Anyway, it's me. Hey, Trouble Cat. Uh, let's read through this because I read over this last night and I was just taken aback by how fun this looks. Bethesda released their newest project, Starfield, a mediocre title enjoyed by mediocre people. However, we're not here to discuss the reviews for 4 out of 10 in the experience. Instead, I need to direct your attention to Heel versus Babyface. He recently went viral due to his justifiable outrage, it's his gimmick, at Bethesda for creating an IP that's quite current day. Now, that is kind of I love Trouble Cat that you dropped a very important point here. Heels versus Babyface screams a lot. That's what he does. That's his whole shtick. He screams whenever he gets salty about things, which is supposed to be how it works for him. Like whenever he did the Batwoman reviews and he reviewed a lot of other stuff, when they would agree ideologically across like YouTuber lines, we all thought Batwoman was trash, and we all agreed. And when we all agreed, no one batted a fucking eyelash. But all of a sudden, as soon as you have a situation where, you're going against the orthodoxy, my good man, I guess we have to line you up and give you a spanking. And that's what happened to Heels versus Babyface, just to give you a little context on this. But let's keep going. It isn't just pronouns. The main issue with people's responses to Heels versus Babyface bit is how they specifically focus on him taking issue with Starfield's pronoun options. Everything else he mentioned in the 2-minute and 37-minute video clip taken there it actually. I'm gonna play that in a minute. Taken from a longer live stream, goes ignored as an attempt to smear him as unreasonable. Heels vs. Babyface rightfully took issue with the game showing clear signs of ideological capture and subversion. Upon starting the game, the taint of progressivism is obvious. The character creation menu features body type 1 and body type 2. Misnomers for male and female. Then the icing on the icing on this turd is the pronoun option, which defaults to he, him, or she, her based on your chosen body type. And they, them if you're feeling weirder than... I love the wording in this. Proceeding through the rest of Starfield, then it becomes a taxing game of where's the woke. It's everywhere. New Atlantis is a diverse utopia with little to no whites. Crimson Fleet is the strongest and sassiest women faction, gender-swapped clones, and more. Yet the only point brought to the forefront of this discussion is how Heel versus Babyface supposedly overreacted to the options in an RPG. Interacting with the options, quote-unquote, is mandatory. There isn't an option to opt out, which is the modus operandi of progressives. Pretend their encroachment is non-existent despite celebrating it and punishing any form of dissent. Oh, this is my favorite part. Hassan Piker demonstrates this well by claiming Heels vs. Babyface is the perfect demonstration for why we must bring back lobotomies. Although this can easily be taken as a joke, he often treats his egregious statements as serious, meaning he views Heels versus Babyface opposition to progressivism as deserving of extreme correction. Despite this, many are aware of the nature and goals of this particular ideology, leading them to know how to combat the enemy without refuting to do so effectively. Yeah. So let's see. I'll be playing that video in a minute because I really want to get into that. Many in opposition to progressives decided to join Hassan in misrepresenting Heel versus Babyface such staggering degrees that you'd be hard-pressed not to mistake them for progressives. They engaged in the same disingenuous tactics employed by the left to dismiss legitimate concerns and critiques. Lofty Pixels is chief among them in this group that either is ignorant or disingenuous, even though he is a unique case of being both. He has addressed the ideological capture and subversion of entertainment on all fronts, yet routinely fails to understand how others can identify wokeness where he cannot, and dismisses their complaints about it when it becomes evident or becomes convenient. Now, just to kind of throw that in there, I would agree wholeheartedly for that. because, oh, thank you. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Thank you very much. I'm going to grab that for later. Copy link address. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But here is where the rubber kind of meets the road on this. So I noticed that a lot of YouTubers, a whole lot of YouTubers, including some people that we'll be talking about in the, you saw the thumbnail, all came out of nowhere. All came out of nowhere to talk about Starfield. Some interesting faces from some old places. You know, some of our good old Gamergate alumni. Now, Lofty is the embodiment of autism, and I mean autism, not just internet autism. Yeah, okay, Lofty's an idiot. I'm just gonna be honest. Where's the woke? I can't find it. Okay, so this whole area is slathered in rainbows and pink, and there are two dudes kissing on the curb. What did you miss all that? No, but I found this regular spot of ground. There's nothing here. I don't see any woke. Okay, all right, go right ahead, please. Tell me more. Tell me more. But no, I mean, I've noticed a lot of old faces from news coming into this new space, all saying, "What's the problem, bro? It's just pronouns. What's your beef, chief?" The usual suspects, T.J. Kirk, Chris Raygun. We'll get into him later. Derek Blackman. I'm not gonna call him by his little handle. Just some, he's basically just some black guy because he's two people at once. Both of them are cucked. Um, I'm not going to dignify him with a response because at this point, he's an idiot. I don't take him seriously. Like that's one of the biggest things that I kind of walked away from. But woke, is it not a definable thing? Yeah, it is. It's pretty definable. Let's continue. In a video on his YouTube channel, Lofty attempts to showcase how people's reaction to the pronoun options are just manufactured outrage. This attempt is a clumsy tightrope performance that leaves you sad even after he's lost his balance and fallen to the ground. During the video, he mentions that people argue that you're forced to interact with pronoun options, and he claims otherwise. However, you do have to for Starfield to progress beyond his character creation screen. He is right when he says that claims you do not have to display it in your character bio, though I fail to see anyone arguing this. Aside from that, his being right is short-lived when he says it isn't breaking immersion. The pronoun option by themselves do not do this. Instead, I can't seem to talk today, any more coffee. Instead, it's the combination of everything because it serves as a signal that Starfield is ideologically captured and subverted. Derek, I'm only interested in white women who won't pay the toll, black men. Yeah. I mean, that's why June wouldn't let him touch her. That and the fact this man looking like he looks like a black golem. Please, give from a vagina. He sounds like Bunty King when he talks. I make white women feel strong because they know that their African king is going to protect them. Who you? No, you look like those worms from Men in Black with braids. Get the fuck out of here. You're about as bro. Get the fuck away from here. You're about as tough as 2-day-old muffins. No one's taking you seriously. But no, this is the attack that they've taken on Heels versus Babyface. All these lovely people who fought Anita so valiantly, making YouTube videos and massive amounts of money because reasons, right? War profiteering, if you want to call it, off of the culture war back when it first started during Gamergate. These people were all in. Anita's shit, bro. Anita. I swear to God, I hate her. I hate her. And then all of a sudden, 10 years later, hey, it's just pronouns, bro. You were, I'd say, a purveyor of removing online rot, progressive rot, when it came down to feminism and everything else. I mean, I know why Chris Raygun I know exactly why Chris Raygun. He is the way that he is. There we go, chat. I think we know why Chris Raygun has been. We know why he's broken. He's got the HPV, boys. That shit broke him. But let's get back to the article. Let's see here. Lofty does try to argue that the inclusion of pronouns helps the NPCs know how to refer to you, because if it wants to make an ugly-looking guy that's actually a girl, I don't really think that it helps the game identify you. As the video games never develop workarounds on how to address a player character, for example, NPCs in Dragon Age Origins refer to the player character as Warden and use several other descriptions without the need for preferred pronouns, which is true. They never really have to, quote-unquote, use the pronouns of a character. Hogwarts Legacy did the same exact thing, which I think you're going to get into right now. He does call into question how people did not complain about the progressive taint in Hogwarts Legacy. And I have to agree on that, to an extent. Before progressives turned on the developers for not wanting to disavow J.K. Rowling, they continually called out the wokeness until the switch happened. Many who see the issue with ideological capture and subversion that progressives partake in will readily support a product if it upsets the woke. This is why they overlook the forced pronouns, surprisingly diverse 1800s, transified audio. Oh, God. Lacey's pussy has killed more men than Cecil DeMille. She's got a body count like Margaret Sanger. Even from beyond the grave, that dirty pussy keeps breaking men. This enables progressives who view anything outside of complete disavowing them as an agreement and compliance. Oh, I know this. I know this clip. I know this one. Oh, let me bring the audio up for this. Okay, let me see if let me know if you can hear the video. So basically, it's if you didn't hear that, and I'll make sure I can hear it. Okay, yeah, let me make that. Let me add that as a sound source. This is all just I'm doing shit on the fly here. That's why everything's set up as ragtag as it's been. I'm not using my quote-unquote special personal accounts, because then that'll get me in trouble. But no, that is kind of my point when it comes down to how they love to play this game. They want to add you to the ideological surf here. They want to add you to the problems. They want to control how you think. And I think that they want to control. Welcome to my world. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Okay. There we go.
I just don't understand how it gets to the point where
things get to terrible places one tiny step at a time. You know, if I encroach on you and I'm sophisticated about it, I'm going to encroach 2 millimeters. I'm going to encroach right to the point where you start to protest. Then I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to wait. Then you're going to calm down. Then I'm going to encroach again right to the point where you protest. Then I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to wait. And I'm just going to do that forever. And before you know it, you're going to be back 3 miles from where you started, and you'll have done it one step at a time. And then you'll go, oh, how'd I get here? And the answer was, well, I pushed you a little farther than you should have gone, and you agreed. And so then I pushed you a little farther than you should have gone again, and you agreed.
This is called the Overton window push. Not to get too political here, because this is a game. This is a video game. This is internet bullshit stream here. But this is what happens when the Overton window gets pushed. It's like two dogs on a choke chain. They're just trying to pull each other in different directions. One of them's a medium-sized dog. The other one's a fucking roided-up pit bull. And every time that the big dog slows down, the medium-sized dog gains a little ground back, but not as much as where he was, like, I'd say about 15 paces ago. So the Overton window keeps shifting, and they keep allowing it, and people who push back against it just keep allowing it, and they don't do anything about it. But hey, don't worry about it, bro. It's completely fine. But I stop agreeing with Lofty here because he uses heels versus babyface as a representation of everyone criticizing Starfield's wokeness. It gets worse when he claims the outrage for Starfield seems exaggerated since Hogwarts Legacy, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Elden Ring, etc. didn't receive the same lambasting despite acknowledging that people did complain and instead chooses to paint everyone with the same brush, dripping with a particular type of paint. Content creators with inconsistent principles. Oh, that's going to be a fun thing to talk about. But yeah. I would forgive the above if he did not try to act morally superior while being utterly ignorant and disingenuous. I do see the trees for the forest. He does not. And this is where we differ. Lofty claims that this is all cringe and nobody cares about it. If this is indeed the case, then why conduct yourself in such a contradictory manner? I've noticed this as well. So, when Chris Raygun, our good friend, came out of the woodwork and said to Heels versus Babyface as he tried to mockingly shame him down about it, which I got to go find that tweet because that tweet was fucking gold. It's not that big a deal. It was to get your ass off the couch and start talking. Why can't we just talk about, like, bigger problems in the world? I hate that obfuscation shit where it's like, this is such a non-issue that I'm actually coming to speak out about this non-issue. Can you just accept that this is a non-issue, bro? We got so many bigger things going on. Can you just, like, not talk about it? There's a reason why we want to talk about it, because these are problems that we see in a certain sphere. If Heels versus Babyface was an economic YouTuber, I would say yes. If he was anything other than a geek culture channel, I would say yes. That and the fact that everyone uses the term grifter and it's now been turned into, bro, it's someone I don't like. And that's what grifter means now. When I say grifter, I mean Chris Raygun. Just some black guy. Yeah, I'm calling him that. Derek Blackman doesn't get his own name back. Fuck him. I'm being honest. Like, these people were grifters. They fought on this. They fought on this hill, and they're not ideologically consistent. Their views have changed over time, and as they change over time, rather than state that, hey, my views have changed since 2016, or my views have changed since 2018, and I'm just reflecting what my current reality is. No. They want to keep hanging on to the same. They want to keep hanging on to the same. I'm the cool base guy kind of thing while doing something completely against the baseline. So, in so many words or less, that would be a grift. Surprise. Yeah, people can figure it out. Let's see. Ever since this debacle started, okay, there we go. Ever since this debacle started, I've seen every progressive, centrist, and so on beg the question, why do we care? And when told our reasons, they retort with, it's not that deep. Well, yeah, that's always the case. If you do not care, why engage with us beyond declaring your alleged lack of concern because further interaction with us proves you are a liar, ergo acting in bad faith. That's usually the case. It's Twitter. It's the motivation behind my creation of the term this is the one I like. Trojan Prague, formerly Trojan Woke, to describe people who oppose progressive yet enable their encroachment upon others. It fits Lofty and many others like a second skin. Oh, I'm gonna read this in the voice. Hold on. This shit's so dumb. We should just be talking about other shit. If you want to get political, let's start talking about actual politics. Stop hijacking video games every time you want to make an insignificant criticism of some insignificant thing you think is kind of woke. I'll save my thoughts for the end. In the end, heel versus babyface is in the right, while others are not because they refuse to engage with the substance of his rant. Instead, they retort to half-measured comments, ignorant claims, and outright lies because he committed the cardinal sin of caring and forgetting about optics. Heels versus babyface is not the only one acting in bad faith, pushing for boycotts or hijacking video games to be his political soapbox. That is someone else, perhaps even you. Wouldn't be me. It can't be me, fam. No. So what I've noticed is, here is the overlying problem. The issue that I see with the entirety of the argument is, you have a lot of people who are, I'm gonna just call it what it is, they're a little ass mad. They're a little salty about this whole thing. Rather than tell you the truth, they're gonna tell you a lie. What's the lie, you might ask? Simple. The lie is, hey, we're here for you guys. We're not gonna bullshit you, man. You know, the fucking woke, bro. Meanwhile, what's going on, Pat? How are you doing, man? So they'll sit there and lie to you directly to your face and say, hey, we're all against the woke. We're gonna fight them and we're gonna win. And it's like, okay, well, when it came down to feminism, yeah, you guys were there. But when it progressed past feminism and it became the diversity pushes, it became all this new shit, then all of a sudden you guys seem to conveniently get lost. Did you get sleepy? No, it's not a big deal. Who cares about that? And I would call it, in a sense, trolls remorse. This is the same kind of energy that happened when, you had Ego Raptor basically, turn his back on everybody in regards to what he thought. Same thing with T.J. Kirk and pretty much anybody that came out of the Skeptics camp. Yeah, I mentioned the Skeptics. Anytime that you had to deal with these people in the here and the now, it's like, what's the phrase? Don't meet your heroes. Because these people are pretty much going to tell you exactly what they think. And unfortunately, it doesn't match up with their body of work. So Chris Raygun, some black guy, there's a lot of people on my radar. I mean, even some of the new guys on the block, like Mudahar. Mudahar came out and did the same thing. I've noticed some old friends did exactly the same thing, where they basically came in and said, yo, why are you giving this so much oxygen, bro? Are you mad right now? I've even seen some of the alumni from Gamergate Central, basically try to weigh in on something without watching the full video. And while I'm here, I guess I'm going to go ahead and watch that video since I got it pulled up over here. Give me 1 second. Let me click that link. There it is.
Okay. Say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself, think, oh my god, just think of this world, just think of all the planets I can visit, all the immersive things that I can get involved with, all the fights, all the relationships, all the people I meet, all the places I go. I'm so excited to go there. And I love nothing more than, with all of that laid out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us.
Oh boy.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Because that's all we fucking know! Because we're boring! We're so fucking boring!
Okay. So I'm going to do... Listen, I don't want to be Hassan Anabi, where I don't react properly. And, excuse me? I don't have to react. No, but seriously, uh, Chris Ray Gun decided to live. Ain't no rest for the trigger. Oh, he really did. Especially the skeptics. They went ultra left agitator after VidCon. Yeah, well, that's been the thing forever. Like that's been a whole bunch of people. Actually, that's why I pulled up this particular clip. You have no idea why I pulled up this clip, but you'll see in a second. Either you die a hero or live long enough to turn into a whole bitch. Fuck that. They're a whole bitch and a half. But what Az is talking about here is he's 26 hours into playing Starfield, and they don't realize that he has played 26 hours because they don't follow his channel. That's why they don't know his shtick. 26 hours into a fucking video game that is just compellingly woke. This is a reaction of a man who played through. There is a character in the game that is literally a dude. It's a clone. It's a female clone of a dude, and she explains this to you, and Az just visibly gets burned out. He's like, "Bro, what the fuck is this?" But you know what? I'll let him finish his thoughts.
We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company. Fuck your immersion. Fuck you having a good time. Fuck you falling into a world and just getting lost. No, no, no. Current fucking day. Fuck off. You're boring. You're fucking dull. You have nothing to say. You are a one-hived mind twat waffle.
They are.
That's all you fucking are. And you wonder why people are getting so fucking sick and tired. You take everything we love, all our immersions, all our fantasies, all our escapism, and you just can't help shovel your dog shit, fucking crap ideology into everything, every single solitary fucking thing.
Okay, we'll let that cool off for a second because that gets a little hot. Let's see here. My whole understanding of this is he played for that long to make sure that he knew what the game was about. However, some Balrogs out there didn't even bother to do the minimal research to understand. No, they fucking did not. No, here. Okay. I'm gonna say something high and mighty for a second, so bear with me, okay? I don't like to get lofty, you know me. I like to talk a bunch of shit. I don't like to get like serious about things, but didn't we notice this happen with a number of things that have happened over the last, like, I don't know, 5 years? Didn't this happen with the Covington kids? Didn't this happen with Kyle Rittenhouse? Didn't this happen with a whole bunch of things that ended up being misnomers and red herrings and nothing burgers? Shit that people turned into a battleground that unfortunately they didn't watch the rest of the video. Ended up getting fucked in the ass, and then had to say, "Oh, I didn't. I know that. Listen, I know there was more context to it, but that's what I was shown. So you didn't do any research to verify this information. You just made a video because you wanted to get your ass in on the fucking controversy, right? You didn't give a fuck about the fact that this could be wrong, right? You didn't verify that you could have been possibly correct, right? You didn't check your work. We don't do that in the real world. You could have done that in school. I don't give a fuck if you did. But out here, you're going to have to show your work. And you're going to have to verify with the shit you're talking. We're not concerned with his lore. He turned himself into a meme, and that's all we want to focus on. Yes, there's an old saying that used to exist back in the old times. What was it? There are no wrong tactics, just wrong targets. Yeah, I remember that one. So, if you look very closely at Heels versus Babyface here on the screen, he is the proper target. He's socially approved that they can jump on him with no questions asked. That we can smack this guy around because everyone agrees with him. My reaction to this whole thing when it first came about was I happened to see Rich from Review Tech USA and Matt Jarbo in the same fucking comment thread for Mudahar. Number one, sucking Mudahar's dick. Secondly, this would be the other part of it. Dunking on, again, these are culture warrior people who've been fighting in the culture war. You know, Matt Jarbo, the Boulder King, the king of Gamergate. The king of Gamergate, who was all against Anita to the point where he got fucking doxxed and his face revealed. That guy. This guy is like, yeah, dude, we gotta stop. We gotta talk to some people. Man, you're so right, Mudahar. Mudahar, I already know he's dead. He's brain dead from the neck up. If it's not scripted, this man can't talk about it. He has the ideological takes of a fucking amoeba. He has no consciousness of what's going on around him. But if he's talking about tech shit, I'm on board. But when it comes down to anything else cultural wise, like, bro, stick to dark web shit. Just don't. And again, both of Matt and Review Tech USA looking like the two Biffs from fucking Back to the Future that team up. I start to question how the fuck this world is working. You should know that you should delete a tweet when Matt Jarbo is encouraging you. I'm just saying. Let me take a look at the chat here. Only saw 5 seconds of what's going on, and here's my expert opinion on the whole situation. Yeah, every fucking time. I don't understand this. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, you walked into a scenario. There is a whole video, as did like several live streams. I watched 2 of them because that was a lot of shit, and I'm not gonna sit there and watch a fucking live stream. Not for the Anglos, anyway. But he did several live streams of Starfield, and you mean to tell me that you took this 2 minutes out of a fucking 4-hour live stream out of context? You know the man isn't talking about the character creation screen, but you wouldn't know that because you wouldn't know that he played 20 hours of the game. Like, the dude already knows everything that there is in the game. Like, there were earlier clips where this man was just like talking to a character who basically informs him that this female character is a clone of a dude. And this is even like a real conversation. This is NPCs talking to you about a mission. Did you know that I used to be I'm a woman now, but I was a clone of a man from way back in the olden days? And you're just sitting there like, what the fuck does that have to do with my fucking what does that have to do anything with the mission I'm on? Why is this a conversation? But surprise, here we are. They never do their research. They jump on the controversy to get the quick clout. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. They jumped on this in a day, and we took time and dissected it. Even Sophia Narwitz went, today I joined the progressives. Yeah. So, I saw Sophia Narwitz's angle. Sophia Narwitz actually had a conversation with Heels versus Babyface that was very different than her initial talk about things. He even did a follow-up to the video controversy where he dropped the bit. Yeah, that's the point. Sophia Narwitz had to interact with Heels versus Babyface, and the situation that happened was when that popped off and it all changed out and all of that dropped out. The only answer that Sophia Narwitz had was, "It's not good for the optics." I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to level with you. When it comes down to optics, do you think that normies are stupid? I feel like people perceive normies as some type of idiot, right? They consume normies as a fucking bunch of idiots, and they don't know what they're talking about, and they're just fucking normies, bro. I don't think that you understand that normies are not stupid. Normies have seen this shit. They've seen the writing on the wall. Normies obviously know what they're looking at after 2020. So when 2020 happened, I'm going to be honest, normies got a good whiff of progressivism. and the bullshit that is leached into their pastimes. Baseball, basketball, football, soccer. You name it, they've seen it. Oh, we're gonna put trans flags on your jerseys. You don't think normies were like, what the fuck is this? We're all gonna take a knee and take a do a thing at a baseball field. You don't think normies saw that shit? You didn't see like football players on an NFL field with a dude who kidnapped some children and ended up getting shot by police, but because he was black, they put him on the back of his fucking jersey. I think it was Jacob Blake. We're going to put these on the jerseys and the names of... Why do I just wanted to watch a fucking football game, bro. I just wanted to watch a football game with my kids. Nah, we won't do that. I've seen the occasional Norwitz L. You have to take it as something, sometimes even when the experts get it wrong. This is why I don't believe holding people up like gods, especially online. Yeah, everybody gets it wrong. I have L's from time to time. I mean, everybody reacts, but it takes a certain type of person to react. My Octus is so important. Like, we didn't try that for an entire decade. We did that during Gamergate. We had screaming rants, and then everybody said, okay, well, to get the normies on our side, we've got to change the optics. Let's just be nice, just talk. Okay, we talked. And what did they do on the other side? Basically dunk and just basically twisted everything around. Took you out of context. And if you got mad, if you got angry, got frustrated, see, they're breaking. Like, no. They're not breaking. They're bothered. They're upset. They're upset because, number one, you're lying about them. And number two, you're framing things in such a manner that it just really screams that you're being a disingenuous shit. But hey, you tell me, right? Progressives seem to believe that normies are children who need to be manipulated into believing the right opinion. Celebrities and politicians think the same thing. That isn't obvious. That's a truism. You get that a lot, right? Heels versus Babyface exposed a lot of people. People that my guy is based in Red Pilled? Yeah, until all of a sudden you look back, and he's spouting off ideas like this, and you start looking, and you're like, huh. Either you're willingly disingenuous, or you're a fucking idiot. Which one is it? It can only be one. It can be both, but it can only really be one. We'll be singing the Black National Anthem at your sports game today. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Everything that was our escapism is now just filled with political and social justice BS. We even had Christina Hoff Sommers on our side, and that didn't help. Christina Hoff Sommers is a saint. She basically tried to come in and speak reason into things, and they just called her a dumb pick-me bitch. The mom type who was sitting there having a conversation with you, you looked her in the face and said, you're just a dumb bitch. You're a dumb pick-me bitch. Reason? Who wants to give in to reason? Just go with what we want. And it's like, wow, that's pretty interesting. So it's almost as if talking to them doesn't help. And they know that the fear that, what's the word? Conversations don't fix problems. Fear does. No man, no problem, if you catch my drift. I said before, don't trust Norwitz. Seen the mask drop a couple of times before. Their take just confirmed for myself, just another snake. See, I can't say that I wouldn't trust Norwitz 60% of the time. I give him the over-under, okay? But you got to understand, their politics are going to be a little skewed. They're kind of in a bubble, if you will. They're in one of the good one bubble. And you know that at some point there's going to be a reconnect with the hive mind on some things, and that just happens. And I'll be honest, everyone was racing for a reaction. Even I raced for a reaction to say Babyface was right. But I have been watching his videos. But since I got this on screen, I wanted to show you something. Let's go to these quotes. Oh, look, who's on top? Oh, gorilla-shaped man on the verge of crying because Starfield lets you pick your pronouns at the start of the game and it's never brought up again. Somebody shoot this guy with a bear tranquilizer. He's going to attack someone. From the Aachen man. Yeah, we see you, brother. It's okay. Look. Yeah, look. This guy is a walking stereotype of the anti-woke crowd that somehow just ends up looking even more ridiculous than the people that they're making fun of. This is all Virgia. I want you to look closely at these people. Some of these are faces that you know. I mean, there are some people in here that I know. Yeah. You're starting to see. All you have to do if you. Looky. Who's that? Is that Lilith Lovett? Okay. Okay. I will give. Listen, this was relatively my take. Yeah, it fucks with the optics a little bit if you're trying to, like, quote unquote dial it in. But I already knew going into this. There's no reasoning. Even if you had the most perfect take and you had the perfect, what's the word I want to use? If you had the perfect tone, if you had the perfect words, like, let's have a serious debate, guys. They're just going to shit all over you. They're not going to have a conversation with you. Oh, the reason I came through this town is because I wanted to pull up a certain bunch of faces. Is that some black guy? Is that some black guy? Miss Big Derek over here? What a man-child. We used to make fun of people like this, like we would just freak out the most insignificant things in games. Everything is blank. Y'all just replace sexist with woke. Derek. Oh, my poor Nubian brother. You really need to retire, bro. That I know why he did it. He needed those clicks, so people remember he has a podcast with Chris Reagan. Oh Jesus, Casey Tron got in. Who else? Let's go through. It's like a who's who. It's not that. Oh, Daka, no. Our boy Daka, no. This entire thing is just a who's who. It's a who's who. I'm seeing all of the people that I know are relatively based about this take, saying the obvious thing, and I'm noticing that I'm seeing a whole lot of faces. A whole lot of faces, a whole lot of old faces. Is that Dame Pesos? Well, I don't take Dame Pesos that serious. There's Gibby Banhammer. Just imagine, just look closely. The reason I'm going through any of this is because it's a certain type of person. And these are all faces that we all know and love. These are some of our homies. These are some of our friends. I just wanted to just look and see who really, obviously, the cold take machine, Bulwark. We already knew he was going to fuck this up. You're just seeing a lot of faces. Ooh, Polyfrog. Interesting. I'm just saying, like, if you look through this as a who's who, I'm not going to go through all of them because that would take too long, but I'm just saying, like, you're starting to notice a certain type of person. Everybody that you want to, just go through the list and find people you follow. And if you thought they were base and cool and they get it, make sure they're on that list. You're going to start noticing people, like I just did. Casey Tron, is Chris or Derek trying to nail her like Lacey Green? You know what we say about Lacey Green, boys? Where's that clip at? We know what we say about Lacey Green. But no, I'm just saying that there's a lot of that going around. It seems like it's pretty funny when you look at it in context. Like, okay, boys, it just be like that. Boop. But here's the real battle. So, I talked about this on the Real Negro Hours, right? So there's a tri-corner hat problem. You've got a game that has got shit tons of bugs. Like, look here. Starfield bugs, including missing faces, missing torsos, and invasive aliens. Like, look at that. That's a face only a mother could love. Right? There's a game that's absolutely broken. And it's fucked. But no one wants to talk about that. All we want to talk about is Baby Thunman is mad about pronouns. And it's fine. It's fine, but I'm just saying. Let me look back over here at the chat for a second. V mentioned on a live stream that battle lines are being drawn among YouTubers, so I'm looking forward to the Circus's new edition. I really am, actually. Are we just reliving the whole ethics versus anti-SJW action period of the post-Gamergate? That's the only similarities I see in the situation. Yes. This is pretty much like where Gamergate started to come apart, where we want to fight feminism in all its forms? What? Why do you want to... What? I mean, dude, it's just about the video games. But no, feminists, man. It's like, okay, you take your eyes off the prize if you want to. That's cool. And they did. But let's see here. It may be less buggy than previous Bethesda games, but Starfield players are encountering some weird issues. I'm going to kind of scroll through this. Some players are encountering bugs fairly early into the playthrough, such as one who spotted an enemy running in the air during their first air combat. Another player, upon shooting an enemy corpse, caused the player's head to stretch out from their body. Eventually, the whole body started to morph as being pulled into a singularity. The body horror is only marginally offset by the accompanying moon music from the old Tuck Tales game. Let's see what else here. One common example is characters missing most of their heads, just leaving just a pair of eyes and teeth, which is more terrifying than any alien creature you encounter. Pretty much. Like, oh, this one's a 10-second. It's about a minute clip. We can look at it. Yeah, the sound's off. So Todd told you, listen, man, it just works if you have the right PC. Buy a fucking PC that works or else. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, Todd told them to go fuck themselves. Get a better PC. Listen, bro, I know we spent $70 on this game, but I need you to spend at least $400 to get a fucking better hard drive, bro. Let me see. What else? One Patricia Mack managed to find the bug that may actually help you. In the basement of Constellation's headquarters, you can find an elite Mark I spacesuit in a blast case. Stuck behind a difficult lockpicking puzzle, but you can grab it straight away by just standing in the right position, since doing so will bring up a prompt that lets you add it to your inventory, even though you shouldn't be able to. So it's basically the same thing that happens with 90% of Bethesda's games. Give me 1 second. I need a little bit of cancer here. Delicious. So, Rebs Gaming highlighted one such issue where you have to assume it's a bug, even though it did reveal an interesting aspect of the game. Turns out you can't fast travel if an alien creature is on board your ship. Something a player discovered upon finding one such alien has somehow crammed itself into the back of their ship. Let's see. Perhaps the most bizarre example we've come across is a claim by Valve engineer Fletcher Dunn, who says they were unable to fire any ranged weapons after loading a save file. Their solution? Changing their player's gender. I don't really understand what kind of code can produce bugs like this. It's almost like the pronoun problem was actually a fucking problem, but I don't know. Maybe. Just maybe. How do you get this kind of... Listen to this. You can't fire your gun as a man, but as a woman. You can fire your gun as much as you... If you're NB, you can fire 2 guns. Gee, Willie, why does your mom let you have 2 guns? Because I'm NB. Too bad one of those guns doesn't work. Invasive alien sounds like a tapeworm or Mexicans or Canadians. The day of the leaf shall come. The Great Rakening. Let's see. I will forever stand by my score 4 out of 10. Why are you being poor? Just upgrade your PC to play my buggy piece of shit game. Yeah. Todd Howard in his best Kim Kardashian voice. Stop being poor, guys. Like, get a job. Todd Howard finally becomes the path to become the new Peter Molyneux. Pronouns are a feature, not a bug. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, that's a header for you. You change your gender, now you can fire your gun. Ooh, woo. Fucking hell. Oh shit. Let's go back and let's see what's going on here. So, I want to get into the meat of the stream because I didn't want to make it all Starfield, but god dang. I'm going to be honest. I love starting it off this way because now we get to primer this for this is a piece called Mommy and Daddy Are Fighting. Let's go over here. So, oh no, there it is. So, the skeptics are back. So Chris Ray Gun has popped back on the scene, and now Chris Ray Gun and I don't know, Sargon are now in a brawl. I don't know what happened to Chris Ray Gun, some black guy. June, I'm not leaving her out either, right? Because she just recently released a video talking about how do we help men? So many of them are having problems, and it's like, okay, so what'd you do? You Susan B. Komen it. You had no solutions. All you can do is bring awareness. Thanks, June. Just the kind of content I expected from you. Thanks. But I at least threw you guys. Listen, I told you. I gave you awareness. Yeah, thanks. It really helped us out so much. Turns out the libtard owned the anti-SJWs weren't base soldiers after all. What a shock. So he comes out into this rant. Basically, like, didn't you know it was lefty, bro? Hot cigarette on cigarette action. As you can see, my Applebee's waiter taking his weekends to go do constructions over here. Basically, he's like, why did you oppose the SJWs at all? You're claiming them as a tribe, and you're openly defending them. Did you not know where leftism was going, and you took a while to get comfortable with it? And you got Chris Ray Gun here. It's very telling to me that you see no valid reason to call people out for stupid behavior if that happens to vote similarly to you on policy issues. Bitch, please. I'm enjoying that these two are smacking each other because, like, it really does say, yeah, there we go. This is what you wanted to see, conspiracy. This is really what it is. I'm just gonna leave that up on screen. And if you can't see it, it says two tards fighting. Let me see. How can we help men? Maybe you should ask that guy you left it for that chick that looked like you. I can't bring that up because that's what got me blocked. I made an armored skeptic joke at June and she blocked me. Oh well. But I feel as though this is trolls' remorse. I mean, this is what happened to Eagle Raptor. This is the impetus of this stream. Let's go back to the image that started it all, everyone. This is the same thing that happened to Eagle Raptor, the same thing that happened to iDub, same thing that happened to TJ Kirk. Once upon a time, you were the base kids of the fucking internet. You kickstarted a whole bunch of shit. And all of a sudden, as soon as things got a little bit raw, out of pocket even, your immediate reaction was, so fucking what? To the point where you have people like Chris Raygun saying shit like, let's see if I got it pulled up over here. Give me a second. Yeah, this is your hero. Is this your king? Is this your king? So you're the type who would have happily agreed with Anita if she'd just been less smug about it then. No, but you should just definitely Minecraft yourself. Yeah. She was ultra sensitive now. She tried to make BLM arguments one day, and when I, as a black man, proved her wrong, she insta-blocked me. Yeah, welcome to the game. TJ Kirk. See, I didn't have I couldn't find that video, but I'll find it someday, and I'll play it for you guys. TJ Kirk pouring hot oil all over his body, butt cheeks, and dipping his nuts in it, and then putting a banana in his tailpipe. Because some e-girl was like, I'll have sex with you. The Montreal micro, much like the Memphis micro, I will do it. I'll touch your belly button, outie. And this man went to great lengths. This was the second time he's fallen for that. There was another video of him covering himself in, I think it was coffee grounds, and rolling around like a pig for this woman. I'm not playing that on YouTube, but I will find that other video because that one's actually tame. They put a little TJ button over his parts. It's perfect. Oh God, I'm gay, but even I find that disgusting. Oh, just imagine it. Just this is TJ Kirk in his prime. Just grooting around in coffee grounds and putting oil over his fat body. The oil is still hot from the stove. I'm gonna put my balls in it. Fried hush puppies. Oh God. Let's see. But no. And as you saw, our good friend Lacey, I have HPV and warts. Hey. Oh God. Yeah. The ironic part is that he became everything that he said he was. But this is what happens. This is what happens when your heroes go into the long good night. They go full bitch for a hot minute and then they just burn out. I'm noticing that, so I made a little point to say it on Twitter. Hey, the people I used to stand shoulder to shoulder with that I thought were pretty cool, they all kind of turn out to be the same type of bitch. All seem to turn out. I've seen maybe like one or two. I'd say the over-under is that eventually if you're that base, you're going to turn bitch soon. And I've only seen two men that didn't do that, and one of them is dying of cancer. The other one is like, yo, I just want to have a family. That's it. Everybody else, not so much. Let's see here. I'm surprised Epstein didn't have a painting of that in his house, Sean. Oh, God. There has to be some photo that looks like TJ Kirk in a skirt that was way too small. Well, I mean, we don't know where he was on that day. Somewhere sticking a banana in his ass, but, whatever you think, right? But no. I think it's funny that you have the Act Man, Chris Raygun. They're doing the same exact things. Like, they've become the people that they used to be. I love these images. Oliver had the good gal ending. Yeah, he really did. He went home and became a family man, and it just works. I respect him more for even walking away from it and just being a family man. The other guy is dying of cancer, but that's whatever, right? But at least he can still have a laugh about it, even in his current state of affairs. But no, I mean, look at where we are. Let me go back here. I think that was the the overflow for everything that we wanted to cover. I'm trying to see if there was anything left or anything I didn't cover or didn't talk about. Oh, I'll just leave that on screen for you guys. I'm leaving you guys with this. So we've been doing this for about an hour 20. Besides like the weird shit happening, because I just slapped this profile together like over the course of like 15-20 minutes last night. But I mean, relatively, the only thing I can say as a takeaway is your heroes, unfortunately, the homies that we made along the way are going to stab you right in the fucking back. I think Spiracy said it best. This is like Gundam Wing, where we were fighting on the same side one day, and then all of a sudden you're on the other side the other day, and we're just going to have to battle it out, and that's unfortunate. That's who we're dealing with, and this is what happens with the people around us. I don't know why we're like this. We used to be a smart peoples. We used to really have, like, values and shit, right? We used to be those guys, them boys, as they put it. But, I mean, I don't know, depending on, like, I don't know if it's just pussy or just ideological issues or just spreading far and wide. Do you see the tweet I posted in chat? Next is deleted the no pronoun mod. The act man should just delete his account. He's a fucking moron. He's a fucking moron, dude. I keep hearing Kefki's voice when I see these images now. Oh, Kefki was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me see here. We got posted in the chat. Hold on a second. Let me see. I don't know if I don't know if I saw that. I don't know if I saw it at all. Hold on. God dang. I want to go back. Let me go back, chat. If you have that link, just DM it to me on Twitter. I don't care. I want to see it. I want to see this. Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus. I need to see this shit before we head out. Everything's on fire, and I'm okay with that. I forgot Jim's last word and Gigi exactly, but I believe it was something like fight harder. They didn't listen, and when the new crop of guys who come up to stand up to this nonsense do exactly that, fight harder, the old guard, jump all over them, Jim was right. Well, Jim actually made a very interesting point on his exit, that you had a lot of people, and I remember this, that were grifting off of Gamergate. They were using it to build a following. They were using it to build a whole bunch of money. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Thank you. They were using it to basically build a whole bunch of a following. Then they really didn't give a fuck about. They built a following of shit that they didn't care about at all. And I think that's the funniest part to all this, is these people built a following based off of Gamergate. And what happened next is they said, fuck it, we're out. There we go. It's official. Nexus mod has removed the no pronouns mod. I guess it wasn't a big deal after all. Oh, Act Man, come on, bro. They haven't removed it yet? They're not going to remove it, guys. You know what? I want to see this. No quotes? Oh, no. You know what? Ooh, the act man. The actor man. What are you doing, bro?
Let's say something to you, but
Oh, my God. The act man said, and I quote, they will never remove those. They're not going to do it, bro. You just don't understand, man. They're not going to remove your big titty mods. We're not going to do it. So he became Angry Joe all at once. You might remember the Angry Joe clip of, listen, guys, we're just gonna agree with Anita. Listen, feminists like sex too, man. They're not gonna remove your big titties. Proceeds to remove big titties. Fucking act, man. I swear to God, you're a fucking cunt. Oh my God, that is just funny. You know what? Before we get out of here, I'm gonna go look. Community notes came from me, and they were right. I was wrong. I thought the moderator in the screenshot was saying they weren't working on deleting / taking down these kind of mods from the site, but I guess it's not the case. Really? Really? Really, bro? Oh, you're a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Ah, jeez. I love it. I love the fact that they were like, no, man, we're not going to do that. We would never do that. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you see the Star Wars rant by the big titty girl? Yes, I did. How could I not? Everyone talked about it. I was like, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't listen to it with the sound on. That's all I can tell you, right? I'm not listening with that with the sound on, because I'm going to tell you right now. No, just no. Her voice is like, it's like it makes your meat soft. You know what I mean? Like, everything about her voice makes your meat soft. The only reason that you would want to even, oh my God, I don't even want to get into that, but I think I will. Hold on. Oh wait, I can. Oh, gotta be careful, because I follow some weird people on Twitter. So, all right, let me minimize this and get it out of here for a moment. She's friends with Dick Masterson, though. Yeah, that means she's tainted. You know, this man has tried to hit the Dax Herrera. The Dax Herrera, if you didn't know, Dick Masterson, a.k.a. Dax Herrera, that's his real name. He's a smooth guy who sometimes gets pegged. He's a cool guy. Absolute Chad out here getting pegged in his asshole. I'll bring that up in the. I'm gonna do more of these. I'm gonna talk about some Comicsgate related shit. So, just stay tuned for that, because I think that's gonna be fun. I would like to do more of these types of streams. Let me bring it over to. There we go. So we're gonna get into that a little later. I've been trying to put some shit together. She's loud, but she hit on some points. I couldn't watch the video because the titties bouncing. Yeah, they were schmooving, and I was just like, she adjusted her jacket about it, and she knew what she was doing. Well, of course, she was trying to get everybody was talking. She knows how to make a viral tweet, and it was just like, them titties are nice, but that voice annoys me. It makes my dick soft. But, it is what it is. But I'm going to set some more stuff up. I'm going to do more of these just because it's fun for me. As you can see, I got Anita in the background staring through the window of her relevance. I'd say I'm going to do these on Fridays or Saturdays or something. But no, I just wanted to have a good time and just fuck around and just do the overflow stream. There's going to be more topics. Again, feel free to DM me if you have anything that you want me to talk about. Same thing with my good man, full stream boss fight. Spiracy loves this shit, so he'll be around. But again, we're going to get the fuck out of here. So, from me to you, another VillainKast down. I will see you guys next time. My name is Mr. Bloya, and I will let you guys get the fuck out of here. Enjoy your Saturday.